Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. Today we'll be discussing Banlist predictions and I'll be talking with Lukasz and Rene. Hi guys.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? How are you doing?
So what do you think about current formats and VFD?
Well, actually, I think the current format isn't that bad, except from maybe some problem cards like yours truly, which is visible right now. The only thing is that it depends for the player, right? Because I'm much more of a combo player, so I would like the format to speed up a little bit. But from an objective point of view, I think it's not the worst.
Yeah, sure. So I think that banging VFD might solve some things, but you know, because of the fact that virtual world can summon True King of all calamities, it was not in the meta before virtual world came in. So
Well, remember one thing here: that True King of all calamities is a very, very old card, right? So back in the day, summoning a rank 9 was very, very hard. So they didn't predict those, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, that it would be so easy. So the problem is that a virtual world has a mechanic that puts him out basically instantly and multiple ones. And what I think they will not hit, I think the virtual world strategy itself, right? So the easily going into the synchros and exceeds nines, but I think they will hit True King of all calamities. If not on this ban list, then the next ban list, which will be in June.
I think that will be definitely this ban list, but I'm not sure if that's the target solution really. And Lucas, what do you think about this as a virtual world player?
As a virtual world player, I can say only that these cards have not potential, but have easy way to do this card, this Tricking of all calamities. It's too easy making 2 level 9s and more. But in my opinion, this card will not going to the ban list. It will be only limited because it's this card is not a problem. This deck is a problem. This mechanic of this deck is a problem.
Yeah, probably. Okay, guys, so another card. Crystron Hulky Fibrax.
I don't think they will touch Crystal Halki Fibrex at all.
Yeah.
Firstly, because currently it's not doing that much since Link Cross was banned. It's not that toxic, so I think they will let it be. But there is the new Synchro support coming for Stardust Dragon, I think, and for the Majestic ones. So maybe in that format, but we will have to wait and see.
Yeah, probably on June, but definitely not this format because of the link cross ban and the fact that it was reprinted in ODS 15. Yeah,
This Hulky Fibrax, yeah, like Rena said, is not doing much like before Link Cross era, and that's all.
yeah, probably that's all. It's not doing much now. So going back to the big guys.
Oh, like OCG, please ban, please.
Yeah,
And
This
here
car,
I'm going to be the good guy again. I don't think that they will touch Dragoon. Firstly, because that what happened in the OCG didn't happen here in the TCG. In the OCG, it basically dominated the format, and they put it in literally every meta deck as well, and they built decks around this card. This didn't happen in the TCG, currently I would say that Dragoon is more of a support for rogue decks. Like you don't see it in Eldritch, well, mainly. You don't see it in Virtual World. You don't sometimes in like I don't know 5% of the decks you see it in Drytrons, but it is not the go-to card for meta decks.
Yeah, my bet is that it would be semi-limited at max, nothing more.
Maybe one thing I will add here that when the format changes, then maybe like it's no problem. Like I think it is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful, boss monster of the game. And if the format changes and it is not this control type format, then probably they will hit Dragoon sometimes in the future.
Yeah, and we have to think about that as you know, we have Predaplant Verte Anaconda. If they are going to ban Dragoon, Anaconda, doesn't matter, it's gonna be a big hit for this card. Even limitation, as Verte Anaconda is just an engine for doing this Dragoon. Yeah. So good old days. Salamangreats.
Stalomon, great.
I'll just say one thing. Give the Salomon great players some love. Okay? It would be nice for them to have Stalio back, and it wouldn't do much, I would say. So with Stalio to 1, why not?
Yeah, it's like going from millionaire to zero, probably, with these Salamangreat decks. They were top tier, and right now they are doing nothing.
Yeah, the Salaman Great era was so good, but now after the new format with control decks, Salaman Great is not playable like 2 years, 3 years ago. But for me, Miragestalio would be for like limited, semi-limited at all.
Yeah, definitely. So, right now we're gonna talk about Thunder Dragon Colossus.
Rena, that's for you. I would like
Hmm.
to see this card in your board, you know.
Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you that yes, I would love to see Thunder Dragon Colossus at 1, and I would probably flip a table like Triff if they put it to 1. But to be objective, I do not think they will get back Colossus. I would like it, I would want it, but I do not think so because, come on, still it is a draw on wheels, and even if they put it to 1, right? It might not be as impactful as 3 Colossus, but still it is big. Okay, so I don't think that they will give it back. However, I would want it back because then I could play my Thunder Dragons not like a monkey player.
Yeah, from my perspective, I really think that doing it limited, allowing players to have one copy in the deck, it would not be anything bad. As Thunder Dragons, I believe they are at at max a rogue deck right now. There's a lot of new decks coming in the meta, and I would love to see some love for the older decks, really. Especially that I like your Thunder Dragon deck, Rene, and making it stronger, I think it will be something okay.
Maybe they will touch Colossus. It's pretty good card, but they it's pretty good card, but honestly this card will not do that much like the past, you know. Maybe for the limited, but not to unlimited.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, again, ban VFD. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So Firewall Dragon, with the recent info about reprint in Ghost from the Past, this will definitely be unbanned, but with the errata, there's not much to talk about it. But what's gonna be the impact on the meta of that? I'm not sure.
You know what? Let's remember that we do have one Cyber's deck, right? And that is Salomon Great. So Salomon Great might use Firewall Dragon. And I think just because Konami will be a little bit cautious, I would say, with this card because they will put it to 1 at first. Maybe later to on 2-3 if they see that it doesn't make too big of a change. Remember, Firewall Dragon was huge, a huge thing. Everybody hated it. Everybody was glad that it was gone. So now that it's coming back, yes, with the limitations, but still, let's not forget that this is a powerful card and it can still be abused by Cyber's decks.
Yeah, just as we said,
Fire,
yeah, Lucas, go on.
Firewall Dragon. In now with the Salaman Great would be do really big thing because access we got access code in some Salaman Great decks, and if there will be add the Firewall Dragon, that the Cyber's decks will crash everything after touching Firewall.
And to be honest, that's what I am waiting for. Really, I would like to see Salamangreats back in the meta. Okay, so the card that Rene wanted to talk about. Orcust Harp Horror.
Well, I actually put here Mirage Style. I suggested Mirage Stalio and Orcus Harp Horror because of one simple thing. I think that our meta needs some variety, right? And putting Orcus Harp Horror to 1, I think that it will give the Orcus players some much needed power because currently in this format, well, let's be honest, they just aren't doing that well. Plus, it would put, for example, another deck in the rogue tier.
Yeah, probably. And I'm still not sure which archetypes we're gonna see in Ghost from the Past. There was some info about, for example, Shadows getting some support, but yeah, actually, I'm not sure if they're gonna put so much old decks if we also have new decks coming to the game. Like we're gonna
Yeah.
have this reptile deck. Konami needs a selling point, and
And
yeah,
that's true. And one more thing here with Orcus Harp Horror. I would like to give a shout out to the best Orcus player that still plays this deck amazingly. Micht from Team Overload, you are the best Orcus player around. I wish that Orcus Harp Horror comes back for you.
yeah, definitely. He plays this deck like a beast.
He plays this deck like a beast, but he still play VFD. Remember that.
Yeah, let's ban VFD, and then he'll be named as a best player.
Chill out with this card. I need that card. No.
Guys, by the way, they just announced the Slifer and Obelisk structure deck, so we have another video to do later.
Okay, that's gonna be pretty interesting. Okay, Mystic Mine, guys.
I'm the Mystic Mine player. Okay, but in the Sky Striker. I want this card for the limited because I'm playing Mystic Mine, but I hate players who playing Mystic Mine. I hate to waiting in game and waiting, but for only limited.
I'm going just to say, just for principle, ban it, ban it. It's not doing much currently, but ban it. We hate Mystic Mine.
Well, actually, I think that it's not such a bad card, really, because it's pretty useful. It's not like, for example, we had Zexal and it was like, no, you can play. And when we have Mystic Mine, we can like do the same to our opponent. It's like a pretty good counter. It's allowing us to like not make the game only. For example, the first player goes, he puts a VFD on the first turn, and then you can have Mystic Mine, and somehow, maybe not 100%, but you may have some chances to outplay him.
But if
I know that's
Konami
an
will
unpopular opinion, but that's what I can think of.
okay, but if they will touch Mystic Mine for the ban, maybe Sky Striker deck will not have that. Sky Striker will not be playable that much because for real, every Sky Striker deck have Mystic Mine. But you know, Rene, what Metaverse doing, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, guys.
Okay,
So
let's next card, man.
it's a true check.
For limited, okay. My heart crying as much, but I have to say it. Chucha for limited. It's broken card, not really broken, but destroy card with get two banish cards into the deck. It's kind of broken, but not that much. But for limited.
And remember, well, for sure, for if they do not ban VFD, this card needs to get limited for sure, because this is also the main protection of VFD for the counters that target it. Okay,
Yeah.
so in my opinion, for sure, this cards, yeah, I would say limited to one. But we will see. I don't think that Konami will hit Virtual World that hard because it's still relatively a new tech. So still, I think Chuche to one if they don't ban VFD, but preferably ban VFD.
Yeah, but with Lulu, Chuche is really hard card because you special summon Lulu with target Chuche. You put to the graveyard a spell, every virtual world spell, and you can add a monster to your hand. But if Chuche goes out, you can add another Chuche with Lulu targeting a monster or a spell, and this going in, and Chuche always you will have Chuche.
Yeah, probably. What I can think of about this ban list is the fact that they have to somehow damage the virtual world. Really, I'm not sure how. Probably using ban of VFD, but limiting Chuche would be preferably another good option.
Yes, but let's remember one thing. Virtual World without VFD will still be a good deck. And actually, I think, like I said in the beginning, this format isn't that bad. If the whole ban list is just ban VFD, I would be happy.
Yeah, but in Blazing Vortex, Konami gives us a new rank 9. who still have negates
Yeah, but
effects.
yeah, the sacred treebies, but
Yeah,
still, it is very circumstantial, right? Omni negate, because you still, it's like a 2/3 omni negate because you need to equip the cards that you are going to negate, right? So you can either have a monster because you're seizing from a monster, and you can equip either a spell or a trap card. So it's okay. It's a real good card, I think, but not as busted like VFD.
yeah, because you can once per turn negate something, but VFD, your player cannot do anything with monsters. It's really different.
Guys, so on the outcome, I think that it will get limited, or at least semi-limited. Really, it has to be somehow damaged. Yeah. So going to another fan favorite is the Lanosaurus.
You know what? I think this ban list is safe because currently Dino isn't doing so well, but remember that we have the Scrap Raptor coming. Okay, so Misk with the Scrap Raptor, which is searchable in Dino, it would be totally broken, and then Scrap Dino will be a thing. So when the Scrap Raptor comes, I think then Misk will get hit for sure.
Yeah, but remember that Misk dying after Ash Blossom. And whole turn with Dino players. Misk going in, you put Ash and it's over, you know.
Yeah, probably. I think that it won't be hit really because Dino
Have you read
is just like salamangreats right now. I would think really, like it's there, and some key cards are pretty expensive, but still, it's not doing much in this format. Yeah, so Star Dragon LP.
I don't have any opinion. I don't play Dragon decks at all.
Yeah, but we have a dragon lover here.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, a lot of players in the community want to see this card banned, but I think still for now it's safe at limited, and it will be limited still. Because firstly, Dragon Link isn't that broken anymore, also due to the Linkras ban. So LP is currently, I would say, safe on limited. Yeah, that would be my bet. It stays limited. Nothing will touch it.
Yeah, I think so too. And a card that will probably be limited.
And I'm not sure that it will be limited.
Okay, go
because
on.
I think they will not touch it. Like, granted, the card should be limited or even banned, but remember that the new Xyz Fafnir beta monster is coming out in June, right? If they limit Benten now, or even put it to ban, which would be for them worse, then people would stop playing Drytron for 3 months. And Konami, I think, wishes to keep this deck still going because it is also relatively new. So I think Ben 10 is safe until the June ban list. But to be honest, like my bet is it stays at 3.
Yeah, probably it will be limited on June, but it's a broken card. It's a really broken card. As you said, we always need a selling point for Konami. And if something new is coming to the market, they have to support it. But It really should be limited.
Okay, but still, like the Dragon players, they will find a way. Like with the Xyz Fafnir, we can see it in the OCG. It's already getting more attention thanks to the new Xyz monster. So they will find a way to adapt and play the deck. But imagine Cyber Angels. Cyber Angels without Benten. Woohoo!
Probably.
So yeah, maybe limit, but I think so.
Probably John. And Electromite.
Oh, with Electromite,
Oh,
maybe it will be limited because the new Pendulum decks will coming, and it's pretty
yeah.
pretty nice this deck. But
No.
when
Okay,
Electromite,
let's be totally honest here. Okay, when Electromite got banned, pendulums suck. They suck.
yeah,
Okay, that's the bottom line.
but for example, if Konami gives Electromite gives us Electromite again, Pendulum decks will not be playable that much like 2015-16. Pendulum decks
For
still
sure.
will be not touching with some players in tournaments. Maybe Endymion, maybe not Magus Spectre. Magus Spectre still die with killing in Banlist. But maybe your Odd Eyes will be playable, Rene, you know.
No, no, they will be not. There are much better pendulum decks than Odd Eyes, but still, I would like to argument why this card will be limited. First, of course, the new pendulum deck that is coming out, the new pendulum archetype. Secondly, uh, it will bring back the pendulums in the fold, right? A little bit, but more importantly, it's heavy metal foes support as well.
Yeah, I believe that in Blazing Vortex we have received some Metal Foe cards.
Precisely, and that's why I think this ban list will be the ban list when Electromite comes back.
Yeah, and I can think of even going into the free. It's not only being limited.
But for example, Pendulum era is gone. Everything about Pendulum is gone. It's not that format for the Pendulums.
Well, the same thing they said about fusions before they came up with Anaconda, right?
Yeah, maybe, but everything is done after you play Anaconda and Dragon. You play Anaconda, everybody knows you will play Dragon.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, but usually you do. Yeah, guys. So, going to the Scarlet Sanguine.
2-1. One very important thing is that the Eldritch strategy is too splashable. You have, I don't know how many, 6 or 7 variants of Eldritch. You can put Eldritch everywhere, basically. And Konami has a history of not liking that. And I think they will be hitting an Eldritch by limiting Scarlet Sanguine.
After Eldritch era, I'm thinking who played trap cards? Trap cards, it's not playable that much. After Eldritch, back row, full traps, and that's all. And you cannot play with that.
Well, actually, we've seen a lot of traps lately.
But
To be pretty
maybe
honest.
if Konami didn't touch Eldritch cards, Maybe they will give us Harpy's Feather Duster for free to kill that back row, you know.
I don't think so, Lucas, really.
No, that
As
will
my
not happen.
wish.
Let's just be happy that HFD is on one. Okay. But one more thing that I would like to say here is that why I also think it will be good to put Eldritch to one. Firstly, it will discourage people to play with Eldritch that much. The deck will still be playable, but it will lose a lot of consistency, and that will make room for a bigger variety of decks in the meta. Okay, now currently you can talk about three main meta decks. So Virtual World, Eldritch, almost always Eldritch Zodiac, and Drytron. Those are the three current decks that are dominating. And a huge part of it is Eldritch. And if they limit Sanguine to one, then other decks will have the ability to shine.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to like cry when I have seen the deck, which was Dogmatica, Shadow, Invoked, Eldritch. I was like, what?
It is existing.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
I don't even think that deck, that combo with 4 archetypes.
Hey, it's doable and people are doing it. Okay, guys, so Cursed Elven.
Semi-limited. For me.
Nah, the
For my
semi-limited.
opinion.
Nah, the semi-limited is pointless. It's a pointless list. The semi-limited. It has been created for malicious. But to be honest, usually people don't play them at 3. I think, right? So no, I don't think they will touch Cursed Elven because they have that other also trap. I think that searches it. No, I think that it will stay precisely where it is. They won't touch Curse Elven.
Yeah, we need to hit Eldritch somehow, but probably by hitting Scarlet Sanguine.
Yeah, Sanguine is the way to go.
Rene, you can say something more because you know how to play against Zodiac Eldritch, Eldritch Evil Twins in tournaments.
Yeah, and I got my A handed over to me multiple times. So, yeah, let's move on from Eldritch. Sanguine is the way to go.
Yeah, guys, so that's what I have prepared for today. A quick sum up. Ban VFD.
Ban VFD.
Hit Virtual World.
VFD.
Hit Eldritch.
Hit Drytron.
Yeah. And give some love to the older archetypes, really. We need it.
For example, Virtual World will not be hitting that much because it's pretty fresh deck. We got Phantom Rage from how long time? 5 months?
Yeah, but Lukasz, you know what? Ban VFD. Okay.
Yeah, ban VFD.
Konami,
you know
Konami,
what? Ban Dragon.
Ban VFD. Thank you.
Ban Dragon, man.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so that's gonna be all for today. Thank you, Lukasz, thank you, Rene, and see you on the next video. And remember to leave like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what do you think, what's that next ban is gonna look like. Thank you.
Thank you too.
And ban VFD.